Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of my podcast, Things Could Be Worse. I'm your host, Baileydedrick, and today we're recording a very chill, laid back episode because I feel like we need to go into this topic very cool headed, very level headed. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying all of this. All I'm trying to get at is I did not feel like getting ready for this episode whatsoever. My hair is not done. My makeup's not done. I don't really give a fuck, but I just thought I would try to come up with some excuse. I just didn't want to. If you guys want me to be completely honest, I will be, because when am I not? Basically, I don't really have a plan for this episode whatsoever, and I feel like that's not a good thing with this episode because this is something that I almost feels like needs to be structured somewhat, or at least have topics. I have a piece of paper here if you're watching visually, and I literally have 6 bullet points on it, and usually my page is filled front and back, super tiny font, and I have everything planned out. Today's different. Today we're not planned. I'm not feeling like a planned episode. I feel like just sitting here and talking, and hopefully it works out. Basically, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about drama and what to do when drama occurs and how to handle it and how to handle dramatic friends and, just drama. Because I feel like in middle school and high school, especially, there's so much drama that can take place, just personal drama, relationship drama, friendship drama that you're not even a part of, but somehow you get dragged into it. I feel like there's so much drama, and I think that's because people don't really know how to deal with their feelings still, because you're growing and you're learning how to be an actual person, and it can be really tricky to navigate those feelings and know how to react. So I feel like a lot of unneeded drama just gets stirred up in middle and high school, and I feel like sometimes while you're growing, you and a friend can grow in completely different directions. You might have had a friend since you were children, and now recently there's been a whole bunch of drama between you guys. There's a whole bunch of problems. It's just different. And I feel like sometimes we need to know how to navigate those situations because they can be really tricky. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a little backstory on all of the drama. Not all of the drama. We would be here for multiple business days if I was going to tell you all the drama in my life. But I'm going to talk about kind of my history with drama and how I've kind of evolved over the years with it. And then we're going to get into some personal tips and tricks I have for dealing with drama and staying out of drama and just making your life a more positive place. What the fuck? Oh yeah, today's episode is going to be a tough one. I also forgot, at the end of this episode, I asked you guys over on the Things Could Be Worse pod Instagram account to submit your own personal stories. I basically said just spill any tea. Tell me in a drama in your life regarding, your friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, teachers, literally anything. And I'm just going to be reading them and kind of giving my input or advice. If it's them asking for advice, then I'll give my advice. If not, I'll just kind of give my input and give unsolicited advice because I love doing that. I literally am so thirsty today. I can't drink enough water. Like I said in last episode, I've been drinking so much more water because of my little Stanley Cup dupe that I got, and I love it, but the water tastes so good out of it, I can't stop drinking it. But anyways, let's get into my history with drama because there's a lot. I used to be such a dramatic person. It almost seemed like I craved drama, I thrived off of drama. I definitely, stirred things up back in the day. I loved to stir things up. And I think honestly that was because I was so lost as a person. I mean, I was 12 years old, so what the fuck do you expect? Of course I'm lost as a person. I don't know who I am. I don't know who I want to be. But I feel like I was insecure, and I feel like I just had no idea what I cared about and what actually mattered to me. So I would just create chaos. So as far as I can remember, there really wasn't much drama in my life until 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And it really started coming out in 5th grade just because I was in a friend group of 3. And if you know anything about friend groups of 3, if you've personally been in one or you've seen one unravel or whatever, they're really hard to navigate, especially when you're young, especially when you're 12 years old and you are just jealous of every single thing and get mad and get petty. If you're older, you can definitely make it work. Like I was in like a friend group of 3 just like last year, like a year and a half ago, and it was perfectly fine because nobody got jealous, nobody got mad. Like you have to have an understanding. You have to be very understanding when you're in like a friend group of 3, because like if the other 2 people go hang out, you can't be upset because like eventually you're going to hang out with just like one person one-on-one, and then the other person's going to be left out. But it's not like a competition thing. And in 5th and 6th grade, we didn't know how to realize that. So it was constantly fighting, constantly arguing. You know, if I hung out with one of them, the other one was mad. If they hung out, I was mad. So it was a little bit of a shit show, and it was definitely a very hard time because I felt like I was fighting for like them to like me, because it always felt like I was being left out. And that's just how it felt for me. Talking to them now, it's like, okay, we were all kind of feeling that, and then I was a bitch because I was just feeling left out and I was insecure and whatever. So during that time, my life was just full of drama. It got to the point where literally like we had to sit down at one of our houses. Like this happened multiple times. We would have to like sit down at one of our houses with our parents and like talk about it. And now that's like a very logical thing to do. If you're having issues with your friends, you need to sit down and talk through them and communicate, not just like bitch at each other over Snapchat when you shouldn't even have Snapchat because you're fucking 12. So looking back on it now, it makes sense why our parents were like, y'all need to fucking chill out, sit down, have a conversation, be mature about it. But I didn't want to be. I wanted to be a little bitch because I honestly, like, I didn't like the drama, but I was just so consumed in it that like that was my life, because that's how that dynamic was. You know what I mean? So despite our parents trying to have us sit down and talk things through and be mature about it, it didn't help. It got really bad. We had to stop being friends. And by we, I mean they chose to completely cut me off, like with no explanation. I mean, I didn't need an explanation because I knew why. Like I was being a bitch, but I'm not gonna sit here and not play the victim. Like I'm not saying I'm a victim, I'm not saying they're the victim. I'm just saying that we all should have been able to like get over it, because they just completely cut me off right before middle school, left me with no friends. And these 2 girls, like, they're still my best friends today. Like, we've reconnected. And one is literally Ryan, who, if you watch my YouTube videos, you probably know really well. But yeah, left me with no friends going into middle school. Definitely a little traumatic, but I deserved it. Low key, like it was really good for me. I'm really glad that I had a year without them. Like I had a year to like grow and, you know, get over all of like my pettiness. So going into middle school, I made like a new group of friends. They were great, really had my back when I needed them. And then, I mean, middle school wasn't terrible, but I feel like there's just so much drama like all the time. There's always like rumors and there's always like shit talking. It's just like always, I don't know, I feel like there's always issues. Like I can't pinpoint anything in particular, but there was definitely still a lot of drama in middle school, regardless of me not necessarily being with those friends that were like, you know, causing the drama dynamic. Like it wasn't them causing it, but like that being friends with them, like it was just not healthy. So yeah, middle school definitely still very drama filled. And then I would say beginning of high school, still I kind of was getting over it, but I was still very involved and like I loved to shit talk. I loved all that, but I definitely didn't deal with like too much drama. I mean, particular things here and there, but now today you could not pay me to react to drama unless I'm watching it. Like it's not like I'm not a part of it, which is kind of fucked up, but like we're all human, you know, other people arguing, other people fighting, hearing the tea about a different situation that you're not in. It's interesting. I am not going to sit here and tell you guys, okay, we need to cut out all drama in our lives. Don't want you to talk shit. I don't want you to do any of this. Like, blah, blah. In a perfect world, yes, do not engage, do not talk, do not do anything. But we're fucking human. You know what I mean? Like it's normal to like want to discuss that stuff. So I'm going to try to give you like a healthy balance between like sometimes, you know, engaging in it because it's at the end of the day, it's interesting, but then like also like we need to like be able to protect our peace type of thing. I literally don't even have topics. Like I just have like 5 random bullet points that like don't go together and are really confusing me now that I'm just looking at this paper. What should I talk about? Why do I have a podcast again? Remind me. I don't know. Okay, I think I'm going to start with like how to limit drama in your life, because at the end of the day, you guys, like, dramas, like the dramas in our lives aren't a part of us. It's just like reactions to like things that are shitty or things, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes there's drama, like people start rumors that are literally about nothing for no reason and it hurts people, and like that's like the fucked up drama. Like, I'm gonna talk to you guys about how to react and what to do if that type of shit happens to you, like somebody screws you over. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit, but like it's very important to realize that drama is something that happens outside of us, and like I said, it's okay to engage sometimes and, you know, talk about it in the friend group, talk about it in the group chat, you know what they say. But there's so many things where it's like if you over engage in it, it's gonna consume you, and anything that you over engage, overindulge in is gonna make you feel like shit. Like, I'm not trying to like bring up like eating and stuff, but if you sit there and you eat like 8 bags of fucking like family-sized Dorito bag chips, you're gonna feel like shit afterwards. Physically, probably, yeah, and also like emotionally, mentally, because you're like, why the fuck did I just literally give myself cancer with like 8 bags of Doritos? You know what I mean? So there's that whole thing, like actually like making you feel like shit. Like, drama will make you feel like shit. It will drain you. It will make you feel stressed out. If you're constantly engaged in it, like being consumed by the drama that's happening with you or around you, like it's eventually going to catch up to you, and it's going to stop being this like fun little like, oh my God, drama. And it's going to be like, oh my, like, what do I do? What do I do? How do I get rid of this feeling? Because I definitely got to that like before I kind of made my switch and realized that I'm going to stop giving a fuck about everything happening outside of me and like my immediate circle, because it's just too much. Like, it's too fucking much. I literally don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, what was I trying to get at? Oh yeah, how to limit drama. Okay, so number 1, I need you to stop talking so much shit. And I know talking shit is fun. It's relieving. If somebody pisses you off, or you see somebody do something, or you hear that somebody's doing something and you're like, what the fuck? Obviously you want to go run and tell somebody, because that's, again, just human nature. But if you're constantly talking shit, I'm sorry, but that's like manifesting really bad things, because talking shit means you're in a negative mindset, because you're talking shit. Like, you have nothing better to do, so you're talking shit, or you feel so negatively about whatever situation's going on that you're talking shit. And maybe you're inserting yourself in something that you don't even need to be inserted in, and you're just talking shit to talk shit. And, you know, sometimes once in a while that's okay. Like, if something really fucking funny happens and you want to go talk shit to your friend, I get it. But when you do that too much, it's just draining you. Like, talking shit is so bad for your mental health, and I can't stress that enough. Like, once I stopped like paying so much attention to what everybody else was doing and trying to get the tea and trying to always be caught up on everybody else's drama, I feel so much like more mentally clear. And I know that sounds dramatic, but like, I'm dramatic. That's funny. The episode is okay, you get it. It sounds dramatic, like, oh my God, your life changed, your head is so clear, you stopped talking so much shit, but it's true. And I'm not gonna sit here like, if you're one of my friends watching this and you're like, oh my God, that bitch still talks shit. Yes, of course I do. Yes, of course. Okay. If it's me and my best friend, we're gonna talk shit from time to time. But yeah, just like eliminate you talking behind people's backs. Eliminate it, okay? Because that inserts you in drama. It can pull you into drama, and you don't want to be a part of that. Going with that, you can't trust anyone. Okay, you can't trust anyone, especially in middle and high school. You will tell somebody you think is your best friend, you'll talk shit to one of your best friends, and a day later, they're running their mouth telling everyone what you just told them. And it's like, whoa, that was supposed to be between us, and now you're telling everyone, and everybody's mad at me for what I said, but what I said was only supposed to be said to you, not the whole fucking school. So what is this all about? But then it's like, can you really be mad at that person? Like, you're sharing shit behind people's backs that you don't want to get out. So like, just don't say it in the first place. But also, I get it. You need to get it out sometimes. I keep saying that, but that's why it's really important to find like your one person that you're going to choose to talk shit with, whether that's your best friend or your sister or your brother, or maybe it's your fucking mom. Maybe your mom is the person that you're going to tell the tea to. Maybe just to get it off your chest, if you feel the need to like tell someone so bad, just say it to your fucking mom. If you guys are close, say it to anybody. Say it to I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care who you say it to, but I would try to like pick one person that you are going to open up on that type of level and like talk shit about people, because if you talk shit to everybody constantly, it's gonna get around and you're just gonna be like, you know, like you're gonna get caught, and that's just drama. So don't do that. If I'm like sitting with all my girlfriends and we're all kind of discussing like a situation that's happening or something that went down between two people, and everybody's kind of like pitching in, like saying their piece, talking shit, or not even talking shit, but just like talking about the situation, I'm like very careful now. Not that I don't trust my friends, but I just feel like there's no point in confiding in everyone about such like negative things that I'm not a part of. You know what I mean? Like I'll definitely like pitch in, but if I'm like gonna go talk shit, I'm gonna go to my best friend Ryan, and that's just how it is. So, yeah, I don't know. Just like realize you can't trust everyone, and whatever you say behind people's backs, there's a high chance that it's going to get out, and then you are going to look like the bad person. And I know that's not your intentions. I mean, I hope it's not. So just like limit the shit talking. And if you're going to shit talk, you need to find that one person that you can actually trust with that information. My next tip for limiting the drama in your life is to stay away from the people that create the drama. Right? This is kind of common sense, but it kind of takes a while to realize that, oh my God, my best friend is the problem. You know what I mean? Like my best friend is the one always running her mouth, always getting herself in fucking arguments and fights and all this shit. It might be hard to see that, but it might be happening. Like your closest friends could be the ones that are the problem. And once you realize that and kind of like distance yourself, you'll realize how much less drama is going on in your life in general. So like if people are just like really chaotic, like if you have people in your life that are really chaotic, they're always starting shit, they're always causing problems, they're always in arguments with people, try, like I'm not saying you have to completely cut them off, but I would say, you know, be able to cut yourself or cut them off before it becomes like an actual problem, because eventually it might, and you'd rather be able to like scope that person, like that type of person out before you get super close with them, and then they become like, oh my God. I'm really having a hard time with words today. Okay, I'm gonna put this in simple terms. Say you make a new friend and you think she's super cool and fun and whatever, and then like a couple months go by and you can slowly start realizing that like, okay, she is a little bit, you know, she's always kind of talking shit. She's always got an issue with someone. Somebody's always got an issue with her. She's always in arguments. Somebody's mad at somebody all the time. You kind of have to be self-aware enough to realize that that's probably not the best type of person to be friends with. I mean, you can be friends with them, but not like close friends with, because, you know, it's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's not a good look, and it's not a good type of friend to have, because chances are if they're talking shit about everyone else constantly, they're probably talking shit about you when you're not around. That's like the biggest piece of advice. Like if you're around people and they're constantly talking shit, chances are they're talking shit about you too. So take that into consideration as well. But I would say just be able to like scope those type of people out before you get super close with them. And I know sometimes it happens, we get super close with people and then we're like, oh my fucking God, this bitch is crazy. What do I do? Because like I love her, but like she's the problem. Like she's the problem. And then you just have to do what's best for you. And unfortunately, what's best for you is to not be friends with them, because it's exhausting. It is so exhausting being friends with people that are just consumed with drama, and all they care about is like, it's like they're running around just like looking for problems and like looking for the tea. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Let's just like watch this movie, bitch. Like, God damn. So yeah, there's definitely other ways that you can limit the drama in your life, but I feel like a big one is just like who you surround yourself with, and just like not participating. Like it's as easy as that, because if you're not participating, you know, there isn't a chance for you to get brought into it really, unless it's just like unsolicited, like people being fucking rude to you for no reason, which will definitely happen at some point in your life. Like people will make up rumors, people will just say shit that just isn't true, and that happens, and you know, there's nothing you can really do about that, because like people are shitty and they're gonna like try to fuck you over for whatever reason. But like just try to be a good person. That's my biggest advice, you guys. Once I started putting emphasis and my focus on just like being a happy, good person to others and like actually treating others how I would like to be treated. I know it sounds like we're in a preschool class. Guys, we gotta treat others how we want to be treated. Remember, I know it's fucking golden age shit here. I don't think that was the right type of metaphor to use, but like we've been hearing this our whole life. The golden rule. That's why I said golden age. Oh my god, brains are crazy. Anyways, the golden rule: treat people how you want to be treated. I feel like we hear it, we say, oh yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we're bitches for no reason. So just be nice and limit your shit talking. And if you're gonna do it very carefully. And that's really all I can tell you. And cut those bitches off. Cut those toxic bitches off, because you deserve a friend that is going to value your sanity and realize that drama is pointless and it's stupid and it's exhausting and it's draining, and it's so much better to live your life peaceful than being in all this chaos and shit all the time. So the next thing I want to talk about is how to deal with someone talking shit or screwing you over. Like somebody, whether you did something to them in the past and they're doing this, or maybe they're just doing it for no reason. I mean, the amount, if I had a nickel, bitch, if I had a penny for every time somebody made some shit up about me that was just completely false, I would be so rich. I mean, maybe not, but it's happened. It's happened a lot of times. And I feel like, especially for me, I'm in the public eye. I post my whole life on social media. I have a following. And a lot of people from my school, I just talked about this in one of my recent YouTube videos, a lot of people that I went to school with just hated me because they had preconceived ideas of me, or they thought that I was going to be a bitch just because I had like followers. And that's like completely not the reality. But I couldn't, change people's opinions. When people have preconceived ideas of you, or they think they know you because of what you post online, or they think they know you because of stories they've heard, like they're going to stick with those things unless you actually make an effort to like become friends with them and then change their minds, which I don't have fucking time to be friends with everybody at my school and like change their minds. So like I got to a point where like, if you had these ideas about me, I didn't really care, because at the end of the day, I know the type of person that I am, and I'm okay with the type of person that I am. I'm happy with the type of person that I am. So it's not worth my time trying to prove to everyone that I'm a good person, because good people don't need to prove that they're good people. That's one of my favorite quotes. If you're trying to prove that you're a good person, you're probably not a good person, because if you feel the need to prove it, it's just not really adding up there. But yeah, so many rumors, so many just like untrue things have been said about me over the years, and it used to really, really bother me, because who wants to hear some fake shit about themselves? It's like one time, I remember my freshman year, there was a rumor going around about me and my friend that we took pregnancy tests in the school bathroom. And that's crazy, because I was a virgin during my freshman year. You know what I mean? I was a virgin. So why the fuck would I be taking a pregnancy test? And then it's just like, oh my God, like everybody's going around saying, oh my God, Bailey took a pregnancy test at school and she's a whore. And oh my God, I can't believe she lost her virginity. I didn't, bitch. It was untrue. But like, and I got mad, but it was kind of just like, I kind of laughed that one off, because it was like, what the fuck? Like, actually, who came up with that? Because I need to talk to them and low-key give them a pat on the back, because that shit was creative. You pulled that so far out of your ass. It's surprising. I used to get really bothered, not that particular situation, but like other situations, if people just like made up stories, like obviously that's gonna like hurt you a little bit. It's gonna make you upset, because then other people will spread the story and like take it even farther. And by the end of it, it's like, oh my God, everybody thinks this about me. Everybody thinks I'm a bitch. Everybody thinks I'm a whore. Everybody thinks I did this when I didn't. And it sucks, but I hate to break it to you guys. You don't need revenge. You don't need confrontation. You don't need it. Unless this rumor is like a really big deal, like somebody really close to you made up a rumor, or it's like really affecting you like deeply, 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 and you feel like if it was addressed with the person, it would have a better outcome. But most of the time, if you're going to confront somebody that started a rumor about you or is talking shit, they're going to deny it. And then they're going to go and they're going to make it even worse because they got caught and now they need to like, keep going. Or they're going to, wait, what did I write down? Oh, I don't know. It'll just make matters worse sometimes. Like if you go up to the girl or the guy that's talking shit and you say like, I heard what you said about me, they probably are going to be like, what? What are you talking about? I didn't say that. Who said that I said that? You know what I mean? Like people just do that. Like obviously if they're talking shit all behind your back and not to your face, when you actually go up to their face, they're not going to like willingly admit that they're talking shit, especially if it's a fake rumor, because then they just look stupid. Like if they just made it up, it's like you look stupid. You know what I mean? So unless this is like your best friend, you know what I mean, started like talking shit, then I guess that calls for a conversation. And there's definitely mature ways to go about that. And I can get into that in a little bit. But yeah, just like you don't need to engage. I know it sucks. I know it's going to hurt your feelings. Like if people are just like saying stuff about you that's not true, or maybe it is true and you just like hate that it's going around. You know what I mean? I've definitely been in situations like that too. It's like, damn, I'm fucking pissed, but I can't even be that pissed because it's true. Like I did definitely say that to that girl. So I don't know what to do here. But yeah, point is, don't respond to drama and rumors and people screwing you over based off of your initial reaction, because that's not going to end well. Because right when you hear something, your feelings are going to be intense. You're going to be pissed off. You're going to be mad. You're going to be upset. You're going to be annoyed. You're going to be hurt. So going and directly saying something to the person right away in the heat of the moment is not a good idea, because you're not calm and you're probably going to say some things that you don't want to say. And then it just becomes a problem that didn't need to become a problem. And then that's drama. You might think just the rumor alone was the drama, but you actually going and confronting the rumor is going to cause a whole bigger type of thing. And if you want to deal with that, fucking go for it. But if you don't want to deal with it and you're like, I just want this drama to be over, just don't say anything, because the second that the person that made up the rumor, the person or the people trying to screw you over, realize you don't give a fuck, they're gonna stop. Because what's the point of spreading rumors and shit if you don't give a fuck? Just distance yourself and honestly say nothing. The person that's trying to screw you over is probably just projecting their own insecurities and their own feelings onto you, and they just feel like their life is so chaotic, or they feel like their life is so boring that they need to create the chaos. I feel like that's a huge thing. Like I've noticed like a lot of people that kind of don't have anything going on for themselves, like they don't have, I don't want to get into it, like be specific, but I feel like a lot of people that don't really have much going for them, they want to create things. So they start drama and they create chaos for other people. And that's really unfortunate, but it's life. So I don't know. I'm just trying to tell you guys, don't waste your time and your energy trying to stand up for yourself in a situation where like you don't need to or you shouldn't. I always want to encourage standing up for yourself. Like if you're getting like bullied, or like something actually serious, like it's a serious rumor where like you're like, oh my God, I did not do that, like whatever, like it's actually serious, then stand up for yourself. But you need to make the judgment, like pick your battles. You know what I mean? You got to pick and choose your battles. You can't take them all on. You don't need revenge. Those people are going to get their karma. Believe me, in a lot of situations where people made things up about me or, try to screw me over, a couple months, couple years down the road, they got what they deserved. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of honestly, there's few people that like really had it out for me and just were constantly saying things weren't true, or maybe they were true, they were just saying shit all the time. Like they couldn't get my name out of their mouth. Few years later, I honestly kind of feel bad for them. Like karma really bit them in the ass, and it's probably because they were shitty people, not just to me, but to a lot of people. So there's that. That's all I have written down on the piece of paper, but I am going to go into, what was I going to say? How to actually confront somebody, how to initiate that conversation of you sticking up for yourself, because there's definitely a right and a wrong way to do it. Like I said, you don't want to do it in the heat of the moment when feelings are high and you're pissed off. You want to be able to like step back from the situation and relax, calm down, analyze it a little bit, and then go in and try to have a conversation. Again, if this is not somebody that you're very close with, I wouldn't do it. I mean, if you just want to be a bitch, this is like, I don't like this because, okay, there's two different types of people. There's the people that are like, if you're going to talk shit at me, say it to my face. Like that type of person that's like, well, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to confront you. Like if there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to confront you. I'm going to say it to your face. Like there's that type of person. And then there's the type of person, which I think is honestly a lot more emotionally mature, where they realize like it doesn't fucking matter. Your entire life, you're going to deal with people saying stuff about you. Sorry. I personally don't love confrontation, and I never have, and I will rarely go up to someone and be like, what the fuck do you say? Because, like, I just don't care. If it's a big enough problem, then I will, but I don't know. I feel like you just need to take a step back. If you are going to go confront someone, you need to take a step back, and you need to cool off, and then you need to go into the conversation in the proper way. You can't just like go up to them in the hallway at school and just start yelling at them, because what the fuck is that gonna do? Make the problem bigger. And I don't want you to do this over text. If you're gonna confront someone, the last thing that I recommend doing is over text, because that is never gonna work. It's never gonna get anywhere. You can't read emotion, you can't read context. Like it's so hard over text. If my biggest piece of advice I have for you in this entire life, do not argue, fight, confront, any of that over text. Like conversations that call for like actual conversation that's like deeper than just like everyday talk need to be done in person, because they just can't get across the way that they're supposed to over text. And people can lie so much easier over text, and people don't get nervous and like get choked up, and you can't tell if somebody's being, you know what I mean? So just like don't do it over text. Go up to them in person when the time is right. It's not like a huge scene or anything, and talk to them and just be like, really, really chill. This is the kicker. You can't be angry. You can't be visibly angry. You can't have like an attitude or a tone. You just have to be like, hey, so I heard that you said XYZ about me, and I was just wondering where you got that from, because that's completely untrue. And say it like that, right? And they're gonna be like caught off guard, because they expect you to just be saying something normal because you're all calm and shit. They don't expect for you to be like coming at them. So they're gonna be caught off guard, and they're gonna be probably in denial. And then what you can say back is just like, okay. Like if they're gonna deny it, just be like, okay, honey, like all right, I'll remember this. Like, I don't know, you just have to be cool and calm and collected. And then if they do deny it, or they don't deny it, and they just get like worked up and they start getting like flustered, and you can tell that they're getting like either anxious, or maybe they're getting fucking excited because they love this drama. They love it. But most people don't love their own drama. So the second that you confront them, it's making it their drama. You know what I mean? Because before it was just your drama, because you're the one with the rumor going around. So I don't know. They'll probably get angry or flustered. If they start yelling, that is a winner. That is a winner in my opinion. If they get really mad and you stay cool and chill and calm, that is so good. That's the best thing you can do, because you're going to make them look fucking crazy. Like if you're sitting there and you're like, whoa, this doesn't have to be a problem. Like, why are you so upset? Like, why are you so mad right now? Like, just make them feel stupid. And that's really the best way to go about it. That's kind of if it's like a random stranger talking about you. If you have like an actual friend, I guess it kind of still applies. But I mean, I would limit out the pettiness, and I would actually like sit down and be vulnerable and have a conversation. And if your friend, you consider them your close friend, they don't even care what you're being vulnerable about, or like they don't have anything to add, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, that's not your friend. That's not your friend. And you need to really do some serious evaluations, reevaluating in your life, because that's not the type of friend that you want to have. That's not the type of friend that you deserve. So yeah, period. I feel like that was so all over the place, and I honestly have no idea if any of it made sense, but we're gonna get into something that might make a little bit more sense, and that's the part where I read your guys's, drama tea, story times, and I give my input. So let's do a few of these. How long have I been recording for? Wait, I can't see. Okay, we're gonna do like 10 minutes of this, I think. Okay, so the first DM I got says, so I had this one friend I knew for my whole life and we always hung out, and I had this other friend I knew for like 6 years, and I was hanging out with the one I knew for my whole life one day, and the one I knew for 6 years was coming too. So I introduced them to each other and they pushed me out of the group and ignore me and now have their own group with my cousins, and it irritates me. They're also making people dislike me. So this is very complex. It was a little hard to read, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel you. I definitely feel you. This is kind of how I felt when, so I'm gonna go a little bit farther. So in 5th grade, I was really close with this girl, Lily Kate, and because we were in like the same class, and like in elementary school, you just are in your same classroom every single day, like with the same people, like you don't have classes with other people. So it was just me and Lily Kate. We got super, super close in 5th grade, but I had known Ryan since before kindergarten. And she kind of made her own friends in her 4th grade class, but there really wasn't any issues. Like we were still really good friends. But then when we went into 6th grade, I was on my own in my 6th grade classroom, and then Lily Kate and Ryan were in a class together. And this is where things got really tricky for me, because I had just like went from having Lily Kate as my best friend the year prior, and now Lily Kate and Ryan were best friends because they had classes together, and I really didn't have anyone. So this is where I tried to be in their group. Like we tried to be a friend group of 3, but I just kept feeling like I was getting left out because like they were in class all day together, and then they would make plans, and then they would hang out on the weekends and I wouldn't be invited. And it didn't, because like, okay, I don't know how to put this, but I basically felt what you're feeling, because I had a friend, and then like my other 2 friends, like they became friends, and then were friends without me. So I get this. This is really fucking hard, because it's like, I feel like this happens to a lot of people, and it's really sad because it sometimes makes no sense. Like there's no reason for it. And that's like even worse, because it's like, well, what did I do? Like, why can't I be friends with you guys still? And it's just, I hate this. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, because I know how much this sucks. I know it might really, really hurt. And especially if they're like making people dislike you, like that just sucks. Like that's so petty. It's so toxic. But what my honest advice is for you is kind of what I ended up doing in middle school. Kind of just forget about them and do your best to make a new group of friends, and kind of put them in your past, because eventually someday, if you guys are meant to be friends, you're gonna rekindle. It's gonna be able to, once you guys get a little bit older, or whatever happens, they get a little bit more mature, you'll be able to be friends again if it's meant to be. That's what happened to me and my friends in 6th grade. Like we're really good friends now still, but we had to take some time off from being friends because it just got unhealthy. And if you kind of distance yourself, make your own friends, it's going to make them maybe miss you, and you're going to be able to be with friends that actually value you and appreciate you and want to be your friend, and not just like be rude to you. So I would say you just need to, as much as it hurts, you need to kind of cut them off and forget about them for now, and try your best to make some new friends. Okay, the next one says, basically my friend likes this guy and she's too shy to talk to him, so she makes me talk to him for her, and I have to ask his friend group to hang out with my friends, in quotations, we have mutual friends, because she's too scared to, etc. But because of doing that, I feel like the past couple of weeks oh my god, I didn't read this before reading it out loud. Oh my god, this is tea. Okay. But because of doing that the past couple of weeks, I think I like him, but I also think I just like talking to him. I do this with every guy. Girl, I feel you. Back before I had a boyfriend, every single guy that I would talk to for like a couple weeks or more, and like actually like consistently talk to, I was like, oh my god, do I like them? When you really don't, but I get that. But the problem is, our mutual friend told me that he likes me, not my friend. I don't know what to do, because I'm obviously not going to date him because of my friend, but she also doesn't know he likes me, or that I kind of like him, because I'm too scared to tell her. Oh my god, this is so tough. This is so tough. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. This really sucks, but I feel you. Like, you can't control your feelings, and Yeah, this is really hard because I know you don't want to hurt your friend. I feel like the good thing to do is kind of what you're doing, just like don't act on it, just keep doing what you're doing and, kind of let things take their course on their own because, the last thing you want to do is hurt your best friend. But I mean, if it gets to a point like later down the road and like still like nothing is changing and it's just still like the same back and forth, I feel like almost then maybe say something, but also like, I don't know, I feel like you just don't say anything, right? I don't know. Damn, that is tough. Oh my God, so many people sent them in. I'm so sad that I can't read them all because you guys spent literally probably so long like writing these long ass paragraphs. Like some of these are really long and I can't get to all of them. Maybe I'll have to do another episode like this and I can go back to them. Okay, so this next one, somebody slid up on the story that I posted and said, I sent you one a little bit ago in your DMs. Enjoy. This was from March 5th, so a while ago. Periodically I'll go through my DMs and I'll answer them and we'll kind of like talk through your guys' problems and like I'll give my advice and my input and I'll like, I don't know, just talk to you. And that's so much fun. So if you need any advice currently, DM me, and I can't promise you that I'm gonna get it to it and respond because I get so many, but there's a chance. So there's that. So she sent me this one. It says, hey Bailey, I just wanted to see if you could maybe answer this question in a podcast since I at least think many people struggle with the same thing as me. What do I do if all my friends and peers around me are more socially active and talk to boys while I just kind of sit back and hope for one? I tell myself I don't need one, but I feel sad thinking of a life without one. Thinking of a life with one. I just feel like the people around me aren't making me feel as happy as a boyfriend would. P.S. There's this one guy who is one of my best friend's older brother. He's a junior and I'm a freshman. My mom likes him and thinks he's very helpful and trustworthy, but I feel like it isn't worth trying with him going to college after next year and me being 2 grades below him. I also don't really talk to him, but I kind of do. One of his friends told me he isn't really looking for a relationship, which is fine because I think me too, but he's the only boy I think about. What do I do? Oh, and also he's not that attractive, but like the personality makes up, but he looks good to me. Okay, this is a lot. There's a lot going on here. I definitely kind of feel this. Like when I was a freshman, I definitely put that out there. I kind of was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. Like relationships are stupid. I don't want a boyfriend. Like I definitely said that freshman year and like 8th grade and stuff. Like when all my friends were kind of starting to like date and like talk to more guys and stuff, I always just like said that I didn't want a boyfriend, even though like deep down I maybe did. So I definitely understand that. But I'm here to tell you that boys don't. Like, I'll say this till the day that I die. Relationships freshman year almost seem pointless to me because they rarely ever go anywhere. When you're a freshman, like I'm not trying to come at you because I was definitely in the same exact boat as you at one point. I felt like I wanted a boyfriend because like it'd be so fun and like we would be able to like go on cute dates and like all that. But it's like you can't even drive yet. You know what I mean? Like wait till you can drive. I would say, first of all, but also like realize that high school boys are idiots. Even if you do decide to go for this junior, he's still an idiot, probably. Like he's nice, he's trustworthy, your mom likes him, but like he's not gonna fix your problems and he's not gonna like be able to, like if you're dealing with stuff, you said like the people in your life aren't making you as happy as like a boyfriend would. That's just like probably not true, and I think it's just because you don't have, like I'm trying to be really honest here because I think you like deserve my honesty and like my advice, but I feel like it's not worth it. I would just kind of let things happen naturally. I know also kind of how it is to have like your friends be like more socially active and like talking to more guys and stuff. I get that. I would say slowly just start working on your own ability to like be more social and talk to new people. I think if you slowly work on that, like relationships, boys, they're gonna come to you. It's not something that you're gonna force. Anything that's actually meant to be and anything that's gonna actually work out for the work out for not even like the long run, but like just actually be a good relationship, it's gonna come to you unexpected. So many people say that they find like their husbands or their wives or like their soulmates when they're not looking for a relationship at all. Eventually, whenever the time is meant to be, you will get a boyfriend. Because I feel you, girl. Like, freshman year, like, I hadn't dated anybody. Like, I didn't have like a real boyfriend at all until my boyfriend now. And we like randomly, like, yes, we were friends like freshman year, but like something random happened, and sophomore year we ended up dating, or my sophomore year, his junior year. I don't know. I think it's just really important to focus on yourself and realize that like a relationship isn't gonna fill some sort of void that you have. I don't know if you have a void, but like that's kind of how I thought, like, oh, like a relationship's gonna fix all my problems, and that's just not true. I feel like take this time, really work on yourself. You said that like your friends are more socially active and like social and talk to more guys. I completely understand that too. I definitely was like that once. I think just like really focus on yourself in these next couple of months and work on socializing and work on like meeting and talking to new people and get better at that. And trust when your time is here, you will find a boyfriend and it will be a great relationship. But no good relationships should be forced. You know what I mean? I kind of had to learn that the hard way. Things that are meant to be are going to fall into place. I literally was in love with my boyfriend for like a year before we started dating, and I honestly was trying to kind of force it into my life. And I, like, now looking back on it, I was not ready for a relationship at that point. So it was good that it kind of took a year to actually fall into place. So maybe you just need to kind of relax, ride it out, let things flow as they do, and eventually something will fall into place. And I truly believe that, because it's pretty much what happens to everybody. Okay, you guys, I'm actually going to end off this episode because I need to eat dinner. I'm starving. I don't know if you can hear my stomach growling, but it's been growling for the last like 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that this episode was kind of fun. It was definitely more just me ranting and talking, super unorganized. My ADHD was going crazy, but maybe it was helpful. I definitely like the advice pieces. I love like reading questions or giving advice at the end of episodes. So I think I'm going to start doing that in more of them. Like, I've done it a few times, but I really like it because it feels more personal, like connected to you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening or watching if you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notifications so you never miss an episode. And then also, if you're listening on like Spotify or Apple, please rate the pod 5 stars and leave me a review. It really, really helps me. And I want to be able to continue doing this and growing my audience because I love this so much and it's so fun. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Follow the social medias. I say this every episode. I feel like it gets really repetitive, but the social media is fun, okay? Especially the Instagram. I mean, go follow the TikTok too, but the Instagram is fun. I post a lot on there, and I don't know, I get to interact with you guys, and you guys get to like be a part of the episode sometimes, like you were like today. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.